Happy Thanksgiving. This is the Heidelberger pregame show. Thanksgiving Day, it's a tradition. It's become a tradition. 6 of the last 8 years, the Trojans are going to Lucas Oil, the state championship, 4 years in a row, going for a three-peat. Coach, happy Thanksgiving. We just finished the alumni breakfast and practice. It's such a great day. Your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, happy Thanksgiving, and it's really great to see all the former players come back like they did today, representing so many of the classes from 1961 to 2022 and 2021. Just really neat. I'm glad you were able to feed them coffee and donuts, and the weather was nice today, so no one had to stand out in terrible weather. But it's just really cool to see the foundation. Great picture we took in the Ray Skillman Stadium. So just proud to have been the coach here for 24 years and to see the foundation of all the success show up today.
What was pretty cool about that picture, we gave out over 150 T-shirts that had the alumni breakfast on it, the logo that we used this year. And before the picture, we asked everybody to stand up if you played in a state game, and it was just an impressive number. It was darn near everybody, it seemed like. So congratulations on that. Before we jump into the game, congratulations on making this game. We were the underdogs going into Tech last week, playing against Cathedral. You're representing the shirt, a big game, surprised everybody on how much we controlled the game. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, Cathedral was a great football game and a great matchup for us. People continue to ask me throughout the end of the playoffs about the rematch. Had nothing to do with that. It had about us doing better and coaching better and playing better and taking care of ourselves, fixing Center Grove football, not worrying about who we play. And then it just going out and making the plays like we did. The kids had two choices. You could walk away as lost, or you could walk into Lucas Oil. So our kids decided we're going to walk into Lucas Oil as champions.
Focus on the state championship here. It's the 6-8 championship game. It's going to be played at 7 o'clock on Friday, and we're playing Fort Wayne Carroll. A lot of people around here don't know much about them because we've never played a northern team. And can you give us a little insight on what to expect and a little bit about their program?
Well, first off, we'll be honoring number 13 Owen with our Owen Strong patches on our helmets. A young man they lost for cancer earlier in the summer, and our heart breaks for that. They have a great passion. They're playing for a great, for something great. So matching their passion and intensity will be hard. We just got to make sure we get on the football field and play. They're a good football team, an excellent football team. They're 13-0. It's hard to be 13-0. We've been undefeated. We understand how hard it is to be undefeated. They're a lot like the teams we play in the MIC. If when you watch them on film, it looks like Warren Central, Ben Davis, and teams like that. They have great skilled kids. They have good speed, excellent kicking game. Their defense moves well and tackles well. That's the thing. You don't get to this point unless your defense tackles well. Their offense, can make big plays. They have a good quarterback. You throw the ball. They run the ball well. So they're just a solid football team with great special teams. So it's going to be take a really concentrated effort for us to win a game. We got to do everything that we do correctly, but it's going to come down to blocking and tackling. Who's going to be the most physical? You take our focus on our own team, Center Grove, and we've overcome a lot of adversity. You've had injuries starting really with Drew Wheat at the very, 6 plays into the Warren Central, and then it just seemed like it maintained itself throughout the middle of the season and at the end of the season. You guys have overcome a lot. You've stayed focused. Talk a little bit about your team. We haven't done a lot of that in the pregame interviews. Talk to us about Center Grove Trojans. Well, that's a big question. There's a lot of us to talk about. But, I think it all starts on offense with the quarterback, and he's done a great job of not trying to win games, just, doing what it takes to win the games and not overplaying his position. And then the offensive line. We knew we had some experience coming back, but like I've told people all along, just because a senior doesn't mean you're experienced. A lot of these kids were second and third team for the last couple of years because we had such great talent here. So the offensive line has really stood up, especially in the playoffs, and did a great job. The running backs, lost Drew, after 10 or 11 plays in the first quarter of the first game. As a coach, I almost went blank. I didn't know what we were going to do. But the kid stepped up. Micah Coyle stepped up, and he's really put this team on his back and has carried us. We moved Jalen Thomason from defense to offense just because he's a great defensive player, and I'm not trying to hurt the defense, but we just felt that he was just more dynamic on offense. He could change the game more on offense, and he could play special teams a little bit better. and trying to keep him a little healthier and playing offense as well. Then you roll over to our receivers. Noah Coy looks like anybody on anybody's team in high school football anywhere in America, but you wouldn't realize just how stinking good he is. And he catches a football with such precision, and the records he's broke. He owns all the records at Center Grove. I mean, he broke the records of a kid that's in the NFL right now, so he's had a pretty good year. And all the other kids, Eli Holt and Zach Greller and Owen Wright, to come in the game and rotate through and play those receiver spots. They've all made big plays. That's what's the fun thing about this football team on offense. They've all made big plays to win games or put us in a situation to win the game. Then you go over to the defensive side of the football. Our punter, he's done just an absolutely unbelievable job this year of punting the football. Nolan Foley. He's did kickoffs throughout the season, but he's one of the best high school punters in the state of Indiana. He's really helped us flip the field. And then our defensive line, those poor kids never got a chance to be on the field last year. They were all scout team players. That's how I know them so well, because we played against them every day. But I knew they'd want the opportunity to play, and I knew they'd take advantage of it, and they have. And last week against Cathedral, they surfaced, and their speed surfaced, and they changed the game. Our linebackers, it's been tough. We lost Kyle Williams, and then Nellens both got hurt. Williams for the year. Nellens is back now, and Owen Bright has had to be the glue there. You have to take a kid and move him from a running back position and put him into linebacker to play this year, and then he makes the interception in the game last week and becomes one of the biggest plays of the game. The secondary. It's been tough for the secondary, and a lot of people have really been hard on the secondary. But it's because our front up front were not the same size as they've been in the past, so it's been hard to get great pass rush. And last week showed we get a little bit of pass rush. The secondary guys can clean it out. You got Doyle and you got Watt, who've played forever, it seems like, and then Gage Reed. Gage Reese is it spells opportunity. That's a kid that got hurt the first play of the state championship last year, hurt his knee, played the rest of the game. Whole offseason we had to rehab. We lose Gavin Oakes, one of the greatest safeties in the state. Now Gage is back there by himself with no experience, but yet he dedicated himself to learning everything you could learn about the other team. And you'll see Gage tomorrow in the state championship game. He'll be pointing, he'll be telling everybody what the routes are. What he's got more out of 1 year than any football player I think I've coached in 38 years. So it's just been amazing how those kids have all stepped up on both sides of football to the opportunity. Because in July I come up with a silly slogan, "Become one," because it could mean anything, and that's why I did it. And now we actually have the chance to become number one. We haven't been number one all year. The last 2 years we were up the top of the poll. We're start to finish. We were number one from the starting gate to the end gate. This year we haven't been number one yet. We got our chance tomorrow.
It's going to be exciting, Coach. We can't tell you how proud we are of your program, what you've built here. 6 of the last 8 years in the state game, the big one. It's fantastic. 4 straight. Let's get the 3-peat. I wish you luck. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's go get this thing.
It's always fun when you know it's your last practice and your last game. It's sad. It tugs on your heart. We just had a team prayer for probably 45 minutes. Kids got to say what they want. That's what it's all about. It's great to see the foundation of the program come back today. It's great to have guys like you that have helped so much, taken so much off my plate. This has been a struggle this year, an epic struggle, and we did it. Go Trojans, beat the Chargers.